Ladies and gentlemen, every year arrives with the same 365 days, the same 24 hours, the same mornings and nights, yet not every year produces the same results. Why? Because time does not change people, decisions do. Today, I stand before you with a simple but powerful message. 2026 can be your winning year, but only if you refuse to waste it. A winning year does not mean life will be easy. It does not mean problems will disappear. It does not mean success will arrive without effort. A winning year means you grow while challenges remain. It means you improve even when conditions are imperfect. Many people wait for motivation before they act. Winners act first, and motivation follows progress. Let us be honest. Dreams without discipline are distractions. Goals without structure are wishes. If 2026 is going to be your winning year, then your habits must change before the year changes. Education teaches us an important truth. What you do daily matters more than what you do occasionally. Reading for 20 minutes a day can change your thinking. Learning one new skill can change your income. Managing your time can change your future. Success is not built in one dramatic moment. It is built in quiet, consistent decisions when no one is watching. Stop blaming the system. Stop blaming the past. Stop waiting for permission. Responsibility is not a burden. It is a key. The moment you take responsibility, you take control. Understand this clearly. You cannot enter a winning year with a losing mindset. If you think small, act late, and avoid discipline. 2026 will pass just like every other year. But if you choose growth, consistency, and responsibility, then 2026 will respond to you differently. Prepare your mind, train your skills, protect your time, because opportunities favor the prepared, not the hopeful. Do not waste 2026 complaining about what you should have done in 2025. Do not waste it waiting for motivation to arrive. Do not waste it repeating habits that have already failed you. Use it to learn, use it to build, use it to become disciplined. At the end of 2026, let people ask you, what changed? And let your answer be, I did. Make 2026 your winning year not by chance, not by luck, but by choice, consistency, and courage. Time is neutral. It does not favor anyone, and it does not work against anyone. Every person, regardless of background, status, or circumstance, receives the same 24 hours each day. Time does not wake you up early, and it does not keep you late. It does not force you to work hard, and it does not stop you from being disciplined. Time simply exists. What gives time value, direction, and power are the decisions made within it. This is why two people can live through the same year and end it in completely different places. One growing, one stuck, one advancing, one regretting. Many people believe that time will eventually fix their problems. This belief is one of the most dangerous illusions. Time does not heal lack of discipline. Time does not correct poor habits. Time does not reward laziness or indecision. If anything, time exposes what you consistently do. When you repeat the same choices, time multiplies their results. Good decisions compound into progress, while bad decisions accumulate into regret. Time simply delivers the outcome of what you have been practicing all along. Education teaches us that progress follows patterns, not wishes. A student who studies regularly does not depend on last-minute effort. A professional who upgrades skills consistently does not fear change. These outcomes are not the result of extra time, but better decisions within the same time. The difference between growth and stagnation is not the calendar. It is the commitment to intentional action. Time will never demand excellence from you. You must demand it from yourself. People often say they are waiting for the right time. In reality, the right time is created by readiness, not by waiting. Waiting without preparation wastes time, while preparation gives time purpose. Decisions such as planning your day, prioritizing important tasks, setting learning goals, and protecting focus determine whether time becomes an asset or a liability. Without structure, time leaks away into distractions. With discipline, time turns into a tool for building capacity and character. Neutral time also means excuses lose their power. When you realize time treats everyone equally, blame no longer works. You cannot blame lack of opportunity when you have not used the opportunities already available. You cannot blame the past when today still offers choices. Responsibility begins when you accept that how you use your hours shapes who you become. This mindset shifts you from being a victim of circumstances to being a manager of outcomes. Decision making is a skill that improves with awareness. Every small choice, how you start your morning, how you respond to challenges, how you use idle moments, adds direction to your life. Consistently poor decisions will not suddenly produce excellent results just because a new year arrives. Likewise, disciplined decisions, even when progress feels slow, eventually create momentum. Time rewards consistency, not intensity alone. From an educational perspective, learning does not happen by exposure alone, it happens through engagement. Sitting in a classroom does not guarantee knowledge, just as living through a year does not guarantee growth. Learning requires focus, reflection, and application. The same principle applies to life development. Time spent without intention does not educate the mind or strengthen character. Time used wisely builds competence and confidence. When people understand that time is neutral, they stop expecting it to motivate them. Motivation becomes a result of movement, not a prerequisite. Action clarifies purpose. Progress builds confidence. This understanding removes the pressure of waiting for perfect conditions. Instead, it encourages starting where you are with what you have and improving through better choices. Over time, these choices redefine results. Ultimately, recognizing the neutrality of time is empowering. It places control back into human hands. It teaches that success is less about luck and more about leadership over one's own decisions. Time will continue to move forward whether you grow or not. The only question is whether your decisions will give that time meaning, direction, and value. Winning years are not accidents, they are outcomes. They are not the result of sudden breakthroughs or unexpected luck, but the visible reward of invisible preparation. Many people assume that a winning year means everything falls into place effortlessly. In reality, a winning year is built long before its results are seen. It begins with clarity, continues with discipline, and is sustained by consistent effort. Without these elements, even the most promising year passes without impact. Preparation is the foundation of any meaningful achievement. Just as an academic year produces results based on how well students prepare throughout the term, life produces results based on what is practiced daily. A person who enters a new year without goals, plans, or standards is not stepping into opportunity, they are stepping into confusion. Structure gives direction, and direction gives purpose. Winning years emerge from intentional systems, not emotional excitement. Wishing is passive, building is active. Many people hope for improvement while repeating behaviors that guarantee the same outcomes. Hope without action creates frustration, not progress. A winning year requires the willingness to change habits that are comfortable but unproductive. This includes replacing procrastination with planning, replacing excuses with responsibility, and replacing short-term comfort with long-term vision. These changes are rarely dramatic, but they are always deliberate. From an educational standpoint, mastery comes to repetition and refinement, not desire alone. Skills improve when they are practiced consistently, evaluated honestly, and adjusted strategically. The same principle applies to personal and professional growth. Winning years are shaped by people who track their progress, learn from mistakes, and refine their approach instead of abandoning it. Failure does not cancel a winning year, ignoring lessons does. Planning does not eliminate challenges, but it prepares you to face them. People who build winning years do not avoid difficulties, they anticipate them. They understand that obstacles are not interruptions but part of the process. When challenges arise, prepared individuals respond with solutions rather than reactions. Their strength comes from prior commitment, not emotional readiness in the moment. Another critical aspect of building a winning year is understanding the power of consistency. One strong month cannot compensate for 11 careless ones. Progress accumulates through steady actions repeated over time. Educational research consistently shows that consistent effort outperforms last-minute intensity. The same applies to life outcomes. Daily disciplines such as learning, planning, self-review, and skill development create a compound effect that defines the year. Winning years also require realistic expectations. Unrealistic goals lead to burnout, while realistic standards promote sustainability. Building does not mean overloading yourself. It means aligning effort with capacity and gradually expanding that capacity. People who succeed understand the importance of pacing, rest, and reflection. Growth is not rushed, it is managed. Responsibility is the quiet architect of winning years. When individuals take ownership of their progress, they stop depending on external validation or perfect conditions. They understand that no one else is responsible for their preparation. This mindset creates independence and resilience. Instead of asking, "What will this year give me?" they ask, "What will I build this year?" That shift changes behavior. Winning years are also shaped by environment. Builders choose environments that support growth, learning, and accountability. They limit exposure to distractions that drain focus and energy. They understand that what surrounds them influences what they become. Creating a productive environment is not about isolation, but intentional selection of influences. Ultimately, winning years are earned, not assigned. They are the result of thoughtful planning, disciplined action, and continuous learning. When effort aligns with intention, progress becomes inevitable. A winning year is not something you wait for, it is something you construct, decision by decision, day by day. Consistency is often underestimated because it appears ordinary, while talent is celebrated because it looks impressive. Talent attracts attention, but consistency produces results. Many individuals possess natural ability, intelligence, or creativity, yet fail to convert these advantages into lasting success. The reason is not a lack of potential, but a lack of disciplined repetition. Consistency is the ability to show up, apply effort, and improve steadily regardless of mood, motivation, or recognition. Talent without discipline creates false confidence. When people rely solely on natural ability, they often delay preparation, underestimate challenges, and resist structure. Over time, this leads to stagnation. Consistency, on the other hand, thrives on structure. It does not assume success, it earns it through practice. In educational settings, students who study regularly often outperform those who rely on last-minute brilliance. The same pattern appears in professional and personal development. Regular effort compounds into competence. Consistency trains the mind before it transforms results. Repeated actions shape habits, and habits shape identity. When effort becomes routine, improvement becomes predictable. This is why consistent individuals appear confident. They trust their process. They do not depend on inspiration. They depend on systems. Systems remove emotional decision making and replace it with disciplined behavior. Over time, this creates stability and progress. Talent may open doors, but consistency determines whether those doors remain open. Many opportunities are lost not because of inability, but because of unreliability. People who cannot be depended upon, regardless of skill level, lose trust. Consistent performance builds credibility. In any learning environment or workplace, reliability often outweighs brilliance. People prefer those who deliver steadily over those who perform occasionally. From an educational perspective, learning is cumulative. Knowledge builds layer by layer. Missing foundational practice weakens advanced understanding. Consistency ensures that learning gaps are minimized. A talented student who skips practice struggles when complexity increases, while a consistent learner adapts. The same applies to life skills such as communication, leadership, and problem solving. Mastery is achieved through repetition, feedback, and adjustment. Inconsistent effort creates emotional cycles. Excitement followed by frustration. People start strong, lose momentum, then feel discouraged. Consistency breaks this cycle by creating rhythm. Rhythm reduces resistance. When actions become part of a routine, they require less mental energy. This makes progress sustainable. Consistency is not about intensity, it is about reliability over time. Discipline is the partner of consistency. Without discipline, consistency collapses. Discipline means doing what is necessary even when it is inconvenient. It is the ability to prioritize long-term outcomes over short-term comfort. People often wait to feel ready, but consistent individuals act regardless of feeling. Over time, this builds resilience and self-trust. Consistency also protects against distraction. In a world full of options, those who chase everything achieve little. Consistent people choose focus over novelty. They understand that progress requires saying no to certain activities in order to say yes to meaningful growth. This clarity simplifies decision-making and reduces wasted time. Talent may impress people initially, but consistency impresses time. Time rewards repetition. The results of consistent effort are often quiet at first, but they become undeniable. This is why consistency eventually outperforms talent when talent lacks discipline. The person who improves slightly every day eventually surpasses the one who relies on occasional brilliance. Consistency is accessible to everyone. Talent varies, but consistency is a choice. This makes consistency powerful and fair. It removes excuses and replaces them with responsibility. When individuals commit to steady improvement, they position themselves for long-term success regardless of starting point. In the long run, consistency shapes outcomes more reliably than raw ability. It turns effort into expertise, practice into performance, and intention into results. Through consistency, ordinary actions produce extraordinary impact over time. Big outcomes are rarely the result of one major decision. They are the accumulation of many small choices made consistently over time. People often overestimate the power of one dramatic moment and underestimate the influence of daily behavior. Small decisions may seem insignificant in isolation, but when repeated, they shape habits, habits shape direction, and direction shapes destiny. What appears minor today often determines where a person stands tomorrow. Every day presents countless choices. How to begin the morning, how to use idle time, how to respond to pressure, and how to end the day. These decisions are not neutral. Each one moves a person slightly forward or slightly backward. Education teaches that learning is incremental, understanding grows through small steps. Missing one lesson may seem harmless, but repeated neglect results in gaps that are difficult to close. Life operates by the same principle. Small daily choices are powerful because they are easy to repeat. Choosing to read a few pages, practice a skill, plan the day, or reflect on progress requires minimal effort, yet produces long-term impact. Conversely, choosing distraction, delay, or avoidance also requires little effort but creates lasting consequences. The danger lies not in making one poor choice, but in normalizing it. What is tolerated daily eventually becomes accepted behavior. Consistency in small actions builds momentum. Momentum reduces resistance and increases confidence. When individuals experience small wins, they become motivated to continue. This is why realistic, manageable choices are more effective than extreme plans. Educational research shows that sustainable learning improves when tasks are broken into achievable steps. The same approach applies to personal development. Small, repeated actions create stability and growth. Small choices also reveal priorities. What a person repeatedly chooses reflects what they value, even if they say otherwise. Time spent daily reveals commitment more honestly than intentions. When individuals align daily actions with long-term goals, progress becomes natural. When daily actions contradict goals, frustration follows. Awareness of this alignment is essential for improvement. The compound effect of small decisions is often invisible at first. Results do not appear immediately, which causes many people to quit early. However, time amplifies repeated behavior. A small improvement practiced daily eventually leads to noticeable progress. Likewise, small neglect practiced daily leads to decline. This delayed impact explains why people are often surprised by their outcomes, both positive and negative. Small daily choices also influence mindset. Repeated discipline strengthens self-control and confidence. Repeated avoidance weakens them. Over time, individuals begin to identify with their habits. They see themselves as disciplined or undisciplined, focused or distracted. This self-perception then reinforces behavior. Changing outcomes, therefore, begins with changing small choices. Education emphasizes the importance of feedback and adjustment. Small choices allow for correction without collapse. If one day is unproductive, recovery is possible. But ignoring daily accountability allows problems to grow. Small choices provide frequent opportunities to learn, adapt, and improve. They make progress flexible rather than fragile. Many people wait for large opportunities to change their lives, but real change usually starts with ordinary moments. Choosing to be punctual, prepared, and focused may not feel significant, but these choices build reliability and credibility. Over time, they create opportunities. Success is often attracted to those who have already practiced discipline in small things. Small daily choices are manageable, controllable, and repeatable. They do not require permission, resources, or perfect conditions. They only require awareness and intention. By paying attention to these choices, individuals gain control over their direction. The future is not shaped by what is planned once, but by what is practiced daily.